Konnichiwa, Mini-san.
Hello and welcome to Famicast 277, your Famicast for the latter part of September 2024. I'm your host, Danny Bivens, and today I'm joined, as always, by, let's start out with this guy, Mr. Cat Trucks.
What's good?
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Do drugs.
Perfect. And speaking of drugs, we're also joined by JC.
What's that supposed to
That's amazing. That's amazing. Nice. Hi guys. I noticed I'm wearing my Famicast Season 8 t-shirt.
Oh, Season 7? Oh, there you go. Okay.
Nice.
Perfect.
I ghettoized it. This is one for the video listeners only.
Right.
Yes. Season 8. There it is.
Congratulations.
Available now.
Just like that.
Not like that.
Yes. And today we're also joined by a very special guest, friend of the show, and all-around good guy, Genki. What's going on, man?
Oh, hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, pleasure to be on the show again to talk about a special game. But yeah, I look forward to it. So thanks guys.
Yeah. The gang's all here. Oh, James is doing stuff. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have put all of us on the screen at the same time, but there it is. Sorry, man. But no, we got an exciting show for you guys today. Lots of cool games to talk about. Genki's going to be talking about a hot game that I think a lot of us are at least semi-interested. I'm very interested in it. I think some of you guys out there are as well. Got some oldies to talk about, some like really relevant, even though they're quite old, which is fine. I'm probably not going to be talking about basketball or baseball today, so if you hate that stuff, you're in luck. Well, to an extent, I will mention. Okay. Anyways,
we just gained another 100 subscribers. Thanks, Danny.
Yes. It's hey, I get it. You know, different audiences. Podcast guys might not really be into that type of stuff. But anyways, we got a couple of fellers in the chat. Khabib is in there. Astro Bot, the Mario Killer, is what he says. Lemonade's in the chat as well. With a hello, and also just a quick update from the last episode. He says to update from the last episode, I finished the casting of Frank Stone, and it was very good. So there we go.
Never heard of it.
Right? Well, Ty knows.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I guess without further ado, let's just go ahead and kick things off with some new business. And Genki, man of the hour, would you mind kicking things off for us today, man?
Oh yeah, sure. So yeah, thanks for having me on today. And the game I was going to talk about is the new Astro Bot game.
Nice.
So yeah, so thanks for having me on to talk about it. Yeah, so it's the new game from PlayStation or from Team Asobi, which is like they're like the from PlayStation Studios, Team Asobi, and they used to be part of Japan Studio. They were like the research and development team that would like make the prototypes and like the little play models for the new hardware. And then once Japan Studio got closed down, sadly, but Sony kept them, and then they made them into their own team. And this is their new game, which is like a 3D platformer based on the Astro Bot character. You might have known him because he was in some other games, like some other VR games before. And also, if you have a PlayStation 5, it's like a free game. You got your Astro's Playroom.
Right. And a couple episodes back, man, like, I mean, maybe I chatted with you about this privately on Twitter and stuff too, but yeah, I did talk about Astro's Playroom a couple episodes back. What a fantastic little experience, and it's awesome that they're able to get a little bit more freedom to make it, an even deeper game.
Yeah. You told me you played it and you enjoyed it. So yeah, if you enjoyed that game, this is like a much more enhanced version of that. It's like expanded on everything, and it's much better as well. They put like loads more different levels and characters, but it's more of the same kind of thing, but just a lot more extravagant and a lot more creative and a lot more fun than that. And yeah, it's kind of PlayStation's attempt at a Nintendo game, I would say. They're basically like the Mario inspiration is like super heavy. Like if you played Mario, if you're a Mario fan, you would be like right at home with this game.
I've just been biting my tongue here, and it's like, if Genki doesn't mention it soon, I am going to rip his asshole open. Proceed. I will continue biting my tongue.
What are you trying to? Okay, you continue. I wonder what I have to mention, but anyway, yeah. So it is inspired by a lot of different Nintendo games, I would say, like Mario Galaxy, like Mario Sunshine, the different 3D platformers, and it is going for that more like family-friendly kind of vibe. And I think that's what Team Asobi are about. They're like trying to make more like universal family-friendly games, which is something that PlayStation is missing. Because they're mainly focused on like your, a third person, really cinematic and dramatic action games. So yeah, this is like they're trying to find a new audience with this Astro Bot game, and yeah, the gameplay is like super fun, and it's just like a really joyous experience to play through. And there's like so much creativity in all the levels and all the different power ups, and you're rescuing these like these little VIP bots that you can see here, and they're kind of based on like it's like the game that celebrates PlayStation's 30-year history. So there's all these cameo bots, like little robots, little Astros, based on like different Sony IP. And there's also third-party games like represented in there as well. So it's not only like Jack and Daxter and like Sly Cooper and these kind of PlayStation characters, like God of War. As you can see here, like at the end of each level, you go into like a special themed level. So there's like one level themed around a certain like PlayStation game, and so there's like a God of War level where you take on like the axe from a God of War, and like that becomes like a new game mechanic. And there are other levels as well. I won't spoil them because it's like one of the fun things is like finding out those like special levels themed around a different IP. So yeah, that's like a fun part of the game is like discovering the new levels and finding the new bots. So yeah, it's really fun in that way. And yeah, there's also like third-party characters in the game as well. You got like your Yakuza characters, your Resident Evil characters. Yeah, loads of different IPs, and there's lots of like deep cuts as well. There's games that and character cameos that I didn't recognize. I'm like, I was like, who's this? So it's really deep because there's like 150 of them. Damn. And yeah, it goes really deep from like Sony's like early history to even like Japan exclusive games, like games that from PlayStation that only released in Japan. They have characters from those, or some games that only released in Europe or America. So yeah, there's it goes quite deep with the different variety of VIP bots. Yeah, but I think the main thing about this game is like the gameplay, and like it's just really creative, and there's like this cool power-ups, like this mouse power-up you can see here where you like shrink down to a little mouse, and then you can be like a little borrower, or like you just they have some cool power-ups, and some are like a rip-off of like a Mario. Some of them are like but there are a lot of new creative ones like that they do themselves. And also when you collect these VIP bots, they gather into this planet hub world. That's like your base, and that's basically a rip-off of Pikmin. So if you like Pikmin, you'll like this game, because like that there you can collect loads of bots. Or you can see here where they're running around, or here. This is like the hub world.
Yes, I finally spotted the Parappa bot.
Oh yes, Parappa.
Nice.
Yes, I love Parappa. Yeah, the Parappa you can see running on the right there. Parappa.
Oh, yeah.
You can see him on the right there with his orange hat.
Now I'm satisfied. That was the one thing I wanted.
Ooh, I see Ape Escape in there too. That's great.
Yes, Ape Escape fans will be happy, very happy.
Right.
And Parappa.
They haven't been for a long time, probably, but
yeah, it's kind of a sad because some people are saying that like it's like a graveyard of PlayStation characters. I mean, because they're all dead IPs.
Sure, it is kind of ridiculous now that you mention it. That like, yeah, I mean, I understand Sony they try to cater to a certain market with a lot of their first party published games and stuff like that, and they've been pretty consistent with that for about the past decade. So like, when they release something like this that's a little bit more creative and definitely not aimed just towards bros or something like that, like I think it's great because I mean I know Sony can do it. They've done it in the past, and it's just great to see something that's just a little bit more colorful, not as like just dark, like that type of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so it's really good how like this like Team Asobi is a really small team. It's just 65 people, and they only took 3 years, around 3.5 years, to make the game. So that's a big contrast from the usual Sony AAA games, which cost hundreds of millions and 5 years to make. So yeah, this is like a really good, refreshing, like it's like a breath of fresh air in terms of like playing on PlayStation. You're not really used to seeing these kind of games on PlayStation, sadly, but of course Nintendo, you have a lot of these kind of games.
Sure.
So yeah, it's like PlayStation's take on on a Nintendo game. And yeah, like I said, like the Pikmin, like you have to collect a certain number of bots, and they'll work together to lift stuff like Pikmin. And yeah, you got your Kirby levels, the way you like if you played Kirby's Forgotten Land.
Yeah,
Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Yeah, it's a bit like the hub world, kind of like that. Like you fly around on your little PlayStation 5 controller ship, kind of like Kirby flies around on his star in that game. So yeah, there's a lot of similarities to other Nintendo games, but it has its own like PlayStation take on it. And the thing I'm most impressed with is probably like the technology as well, because it's using like the power of like the PlayStation 5, so it's like a modern, like a more like advanced than your usual Nintendo games. So like the presentation, the frame rates are really, really smooth. The graphics look really nice, and also like there's these cool bits where they're showing off with like loads of little particles. So they have like loads of crystals, like hundreds and hundreds of crystals, and then you can hit them and play around with them. So it's kind of like it's like a ball pit where you can like they have these situations with like loads of skulls or loads of coins or loads of different items that you can hit and see the physics, and that's also quite a fun element of the game as well. Yeah, so it kind of remind me like that Mario 128 demo they had back in the day. Like with new hardware, Nintendo could actually do that. Like it kind of it made me think about that with like the more powerful hardware. So yeah, that's good. And it's quite a short game. It only takes like about 15 hours. It took me to get the it took me 18 hours to get the platinum trophy. So that's getting everything in the game. But maybe to complete it takes about 12 hours or so. 12 to 15 hours to do everything. Yeah, so it's not that long game, but like it doesn't repeat itself, and it always stays like fresh and new, and it just keeps using new ideas, and it'll just use one idea and throw it away, and then just keep introducing really new ideas. So it's a really fun game to play in that sense as well. So yeah, it's a really good game, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. And yeah, I really hope PlayStation can make more games like this in the future, because yeah, it's really like creative and new and like innovative. And yeah, I'd like to see more of that from PlayStation, not just like the AAA blockbuster games.
Yeah.
Do we know how well it sold, Genki?
In Japan, it didn't so good at all.
Oh boy.
It's all like in the Famitsu, like the physical, they count them. The first week sales were just like 12,000 units, which is really low.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Japanese people don't really know about Astro. He's not really famous.
That's then again, it's like, we've talked about with you, Genki. It's like, well, how many of these PlayStation 5s that are sold in Japan are actually Japan?
Yeah. There's probably half of them.
Is Astro Bot popular in China? I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, like James says. Yeah, unfortunately, many of the PlayStation 5 sold in Japan end up in China or somewhere else. And then as the age range, like it's kind of a game that looks like it's aimed at more younger kids or like family audience. So probably the hardcore gamers that buy PlayStation in Japan are not used to this kind of game. And also it's like a game which is like mainly featuring Kratos and Nathan Drake and Aloy, which are not popular in Japan. So they should have stuck like Toro the cat on the front, for the Japanese version. Or like the Ape Escape people on the box instead of like the Sony like Kratos and all that. And I think it would have done better in Japan. But so far like Astro is not a popular character in Japan. But I think with word of mouth, like people know it's like a really good, fun platformer. I think the sales will improve from now on. But yeah, I think in the US it's selling quite good. I think it was like number 2 for the week it released, and the UK it was like number 2 as well. So I think it's kind of a game more aimed at a global market than Japan. So because the first week sales in Japan were quite low.
Right. I mean, jokes aside, it's like Sony is clearly kind of leaving Japan out to die sometimes, it seems. You know, even obviously the news last week from the 9th or whatever the hell that was, PlayStation 5 Pro, how it's, it's expensive everywhere, but like it's a really tough pill to swallow here. 120,000 yen. That is ridiculous.
It's crazy.
If you don't, if you don't live in Japan and you don't earn in yen, that number literally means nothing to you. But like, yeah, that can be like more than somebody's rent.
Literally someone's rent.
It could literally be someone's rent. I mean, it's pretty egregious. So,
yeah, that's more than my rent. it's so expensive.
It's more than mine too. But I live in Saitama, so it's whatever.
120,000 yen is only $840, by the way.
So it's even more expensive than what you'll pay in the US. So
So Genki, I mean, I agree with everything you said, and I'm glad that you mentioned the references to Nintendo. But like every single video I've seen of this game, every single scene, every single part of each level, every move, every skill, every ability, every enemy is taken from a Mario game. Like I haven't seen a single one where I've said, "Oh, that's new." Like all the videos I've seen, it's just like it's just ripped off from Mario Galaxy or Mario Odyssey, like one for one. And then the fact that it's like a PlayStation 5 game, and it's like, well, yeah, who is this for? Like, who are the children spending $800 to then play a Mario game? It's like they're gonna play it on the Switch. It's like releasing this kind of game on Xbox. It would sell like 5 copies. It just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, it's kind of egregious how much they've ripped it off, but they actually did a good job. I mean, they ripped it off well. They ripped it off real good. They copied it real good, and there is some credit to that. Like other people have tried to do that. Like trying to copy Nintendo is a very, very difficult thing to do. I mean, it's not easy, but they did a very good copy, and they did it in 4K or whatever. And good luck to them. Good job. I mean, they realize how fucking hard it is to make these kind of godlike 3D platformer games that Nintendo seem to make really easily. Well, not easily, but they make it look easy, right? Like Mario Odyssey with its fucking 900 moons that takes you 120 hours to complete.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, like Genki said, you can finish everything in 18 hours. It's like, well, yeah. But they did a good job. So yeah.
I mean, honestly, man, like when it comes to stuff like that in Mario games, I don't want to sit down for like 900 hours collecting 900 moons personally. Like that's a bit much. Yeah, thank you. That's a bit much for me. So I think having something that's a bit more. That's not to say you have to do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the beautiful thing about Odyssey. Yeah. Well, even 64, like you could get 70 power stars, or you could get 120 if you're a real man. That's what I might say.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Odyssey, I think it's something like maybe 120 or 150 for like regular, and then 800 if you're a crazy person like me.
Yeah.
So
I used to go all out on getting every little doodad in games, but I just don't do that anymore. I just try to enjoy it for what it is, and then
put it on the shelf.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, some games really outstay their welcome. I mean, I don't think it's a little bit different with Nintendo, and I think with Astro Bot, it doesn't sound like that is not what they're doing. It sounds like there's enough characters and stuff to kind of make things a little bit fresh and interesting. So
yeah, I'd have to defend Astro a bit here, because I think a lot of the clips that you've seen online, they're like purposely very selective and choosing like scenes that look exactly like
trying to entice Nintendo fans.
Yeah. So, but I think if you actually play the game, like you can obviously see the references because they're everywhere, but you can also, there's a lot of things that is like very original and like their own take on like the Mario thing. So like one when you play it, it doesn't feel like a cheap ripoff or anything like that.
Well, it's definitely not cheap, but hey-o.
Oh yeah, it's not. Yeah, PS5 is not cheap, but yeah. But like especially how it uses the DualSense. I think that's one of the most like innovative things it does.
That sounds
like,
interesting. Actually,
in terms of like the haptic triggers, and you have to blow on the mic, and
oh
god.
You're losing me, Genki. You're losing me.
Oh yeah, no, that bit I don't do it. Like if you press the mute button, it does it automatically. So my controller is always on mute because I'm not blowing into my controller.
Nice to know. Nice to know. Good.
Yeah. But it actually is like the best use of the DualSense, because like Team Asobi's history is from developing like prototypes for the DualSense. So like this game is the best example of the DualSense features, just because they work so in tandem with PlayStation on developing the controller. So they use it the best. So it really does use the DualSense really well.
That sounds interesting. I heard somebody on Bluesky saying it really does use the features, but it also makes you realize how shit the battery is on that controller, because it really uses the functions so much the battery just gone.
Yeah. But luckily, it's like the levels are really short. They're all like 5 to 10 minutes each. So it
gives you time to charge the controller.
Yeah, it gives you a charge to charge. Yeah. But I think it's really impressive what they've done. And their studio culture is really impressive, how they can make things so quickly and come up with ideas so quickly. Even though a lot of them are based on like Nintendo games, they put their own spin on it. So makes it unique and seem fresh. And like when you're playing it, it doesn't really feel like a rip-off in that sense. So it feels like really fresh, and I think fans of Mario games would enjoy it. And me personally comparing it to like Mario Odyssey, I don't think it's as good as like the Galaxy games. But Mario Odyssey, I would say like in terms of moment-to-moment gameplay, I prefer Astro Bot. But as a game as a whole, probably Odyssey is better because it's got a lot more content in it. But in terms of like moment-to-moment fun, I think I prefer Astro Bot over Mario Odyssey. I think Odyssey is really good and has a lot of variety and stuff, but the level of joy you get in Astro Bot is like, I think it's a bit more like the moment-to-moment joy, and like finding new things every like 5 minutes or every 2 minutes or something. You find a new mechanic or a new use of like the DualSense and I think that's what makes it really fun and enjoyable and fresh, even though it's not as long as Mario Odyssey. Yeah, but it's a really good game, and it does take a lot from Nintendo, but in its own way. So I hope, they are inspired by Nintendo, and I think they want to be like the Nintendo of PlayStation. Is what they probably
I say. Good luck
pitched to the Sony higher ups to get the game funded. But I think it worked out well, and I hope they can make more. And I think the platforming is not as detailed as Mario, because Mario's got all these backflips and rolls and side flips, but Astro Bot is actually like, it just has 3 buttons. It's like jump, hover, punch, and then the triggers are for like the special ability button, the special power-ups you get. So it's quite a simple platform in terms of the controls, but the way they use it is like really like they have a lot of attention to detail, and it's a really like precise platformer, which is kind of hard to do. It's not like Little Big Planet where it's all floaty. The controls, controls are really tight, and that's why it plays really well.
Very brave stealing from Mario Sunshine. Very brave.
The jetpacks.
The worst game ever.
I liked the jetpack stuff. I thought that was actually pretty fun about that.
Okay, Danny, cut your own mic and cut Genki's mic as well. It's just me and Ty from now on.
Cut my head off too.
Ty. Ty, new business. Let's go, me and you.
Right.
Anyways, I've been playing any children's games.
Right. No, but anyways, Genki, anything else to say about Astro Bot?
Oh no, I think it's just a really fun game, and people should check it out if they can. If they have a PS5, and hopefully, I think PlayStation want to grow that family audience because they're trying to find new customers. So they want to go into that family market with like the Lego game and this. So hopefully it works out.
Gotta lower the price of the systems first.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. And anyway, no, thank you for that, man. Like I've been looking forward to hearing your full thoughts on Astro Bot. So thanks for sharing, dude.
Yeah, thanks. No problem.
But moving on with new business, it would be my turn, but I'm going to abstain, and I'm going to go ahead and pass things over to James.
All right then, Danny, hit the videos / screenshots that I sent you earlier. Hopefully you have those.
There are multiple of them. Which
we'll start with the big run one. So I booted up my Switch in quite a while actually, because when I went to the UK, I didn't have my Switch with me, so it was just waiting here for me and doing nothing. And then when I turned it on, everything needs updates and everything. And Splatoon 3 had a not a big update, but it had an update. And the kind of intro blabber thing that the idols do at the beginning, it was like probably the longest one ever.
Oh boy. My favorite part of
it. Because I didn't realize that not only was there a big run event on when I loaded it up, but then there was the final Splatfest, which was coming up like the following week. So I had to go through all of those and just a general update as well. So it was the longest update ever. But it was all cool stuff that they were talking about. So the big run. We're watching a video of me fighting this. What do you call it? It's like the triple thing where all three bosses attack at the same time. This was probably the closest I've ever gone. If you look at the 3 energy bars at the top, we had a pretty good team and we were like kicking ass. And we just ran out of time. Nobody died. It was just like we ran out of time.
Sure.
But when I loaded it up for the first time in a month, like it was in the big run thing where everything goes dark, the sky goes red, all the music goes weird, and there's shit everywhere. And then you kind of have to do you don't have to do salmon run, but it's kind of heavily encouraging you to go to the salmon run area. And then this is waiting for you. So for the thing that was different for this time is that you actually got a ton of these scales of these kind of rare drops that you get for defeating these bosses. But I think not everyone, but I think everyone at least got some. But I think I got like 10 gold and 20 silver and there it is. Thank you, Danny. Yeah, 15 gold, 45 silver, and 450 bronze for contributing in the event. I think it's because I got I forgot what it was, but there were like 3 levels, like the golden eggs that you have to get in the mode. I think if you got like 110, you got a certain like the lowest rank, and then 120, and then 130. And I think I got like 124, so I was like in the middle rank basically. Okay. So this is not the best reward you can get, but it was like the second best. Okay. So these are really rare drops, like really, really valuable drops. Like I can play for a month and get 1 gold scale. Oh, so to get 15 just like that, it's like holy shit. Yeah. So and then you can use these to trade in for like super rare costumes for the split salmon run mode, and this is the salmon run area. It totally changes during the big run event. Puts on this huge display, which is like the total number of golden eggs collected throughout the world. Oh, so this is the global number, and maybe this is like midway through the event, so it's like out of 700,000. Yeah, but by the end of it, I think it was over 700. I think it was like something like
700 million.
700 million. It was like 1.2 billion, I think, by the end of the event. Jeez. Yeah, people obviously going fucking crazy, right, for this thing. So yeah, it was super fun. Like the stage that we were playing on. Oh yeah, this is what the hub world looks like during a big run. The stage that we were playing on was this I don't know the name of it off my head, but it's one of the stages where it's like a giant kind of music stage. So it made a lot of sense to be as like kind of converted into a salmon run stage, because it's like you just got this huge area with all these things going off the side, and yeah, it was like super cool. And they only ever happen once, and like after this, the next big run event will be a totally different stage that they choose to kind of like slime up and make it gross. But yeah, that was awesome. So yeah, and then there was like whatever a week of just regular Splatoon 3, and then the following weekend was the Grand Splatfest, the final one for Splatoon 3, and that was the choice was. I've forgotten what the question was. Maybe Danny has got the
past, present, and future.
Yeah, the question that it's asking, it's like, what do you prefer most, or what do you whatever. So yeah,
which is the most important to you?
Which is the most important to you? Thank you. So past was so each one was represented by the idols. So past was the Splatoon 1 idols, Callie and Marie. Present didn't really make sense, really, to be honest, because present, the current game is Splatoon 3. But anyway, present is represented by Pearl and Marina from Splatoon 2. And that's the one I chose because I'm a huge Marina stan. And then future was obviously the Splatoon 3, the three idols, Fry, Shiva, and Big Man.
Deep Cut.
So they are the Deep Cut group. Yeah, and when the event started, like, holy shit, this is not just like a little splash of paint here and there. The entire hub world was changed, like completely removed. Like the city was not there. You are taken to a music concert in the middle of the desert, which I think it's using assets from like the single player. Like when you first play the story mode, you kind of you start off in the desert and you kind of select, you make your character and everything.
Right.
It's kind of reminiscent of that. But it's like this huge, like, I don't know, Burning Man kind of style concert in the middle of nowhere. And it's got so many unique assets they've got there. They've got trucks and cars and like there's a train station and all of these stores, which are very, very reminiscent of a Japanese. Oh, damn, it's got the music on.
Sorry.
Yeah, if you look at some of these the food stalls, they're all like ramen and takoyaki, okonomiyaki. They're all like very Japanese foods and snacks and everything. But obviously, they changed the text into Splatoon language. And these are all totally unique to this one-off event. Like this is never to be seen again. When you go through the gates, there's these kind of like this paint trickling down from the gates, and that actually splashes paint all over you. Can you see there's like paint on my hat?
Yeah,
that was caused by that. That's not part of my gear. That was actually just put on. And when you get into the main area, there are 3 music stages, which are rotating the different idols from Splatoon 1, 2, and 3. So there's a stage to the left, stage to the right, and then the main stage if you go straight ahead. So yeah, this is the main stage. So basically, they just playing their songs from their various games in entirety, and once they finish the song, and they've got all of the dance moves. I mean, if you've ever seen the concerts that Nintendo do in real life, it's that basically, but it's in the game. And there are hundreds of these, like the little jellyfish dudes in the concert, and they're all kind of doing dance moves. And if you look at the bottom left, your taunts have been replaced with like dance moves, so you can actually do like cheer and wave and like swaying and stuff like that. So you can actually do that in time with the music. That was just unique for this event. Like it's no longer in the game. So yeah, you can just hang out and just like listen to all the music, and after they finish the song, there'll be like a cloud of smoke, and then the next idol will come on. So they're kind of rotating between the 3 stages. So you can always see your favorite idol at any time, whenever you want. So yeah, it was just like absolutely incredible. Like, I mean, they did other things that they've done in the past, like They've changed the music for like the victory music and the when you lose music and stuff like that. They also added new stuff in this one, but in the lobby where you're where you're connecting to games and stuff like that, they had all these kind of like unique lights and decorations in the lobby, which are not usually there, and like just so many like little details. Like every aspect of the game was changed in some way. This is just a photograph of there's a little security guy in the bottom right there with sunglasses on. That's totally unique character made for the event.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're just like security guys walking around.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was such an awesome event. Like just the atmosphere that they created with the music and everything, and and then the game, the matches themselves. It's the usual kind of tricolor events. Where you're three. You can see there on that. If you go back one.
Oh, okay.
That's the when you push X, where you can just kind of select from the menu. On the right, it's usually the city. It's got like a map of the city where to go, but now it's completely changed to this, this desert music concert thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, so even like the pause screen is different. So I managed to win a few tricolor battles. I got up to like maybe a 3rd rank. So you can see in the top right, that was when I just started. So it was present fan, and then it goes up to present fiend, and then present something else.
It's like lunatic, or I saw it on one of the other screenshots from earlier.
The top one is like king or queen or ruler, I think. Yeah. Okay. So that changes on depending on what team you chose, obviously. But managed to grab myself some sea shells, which you can then upgrade your gear and stuff like that. That's the train station. That's where you start off when you boot up the game, or during the event. So I think all the comments I've seen in our Discord and on YouTube and everything, like people think this is by far like the best event ever. And it was like an absolutely amazing way to go out. They went all out. Every single aspect of it was like masterfully done and beautifully done. Like
Lemonade in the chat just said, he said like, the Grand Festival was cool. I didn't even play it, but even just from obviously listening to you talk about it here, James, and then just seeing kind of like the discourse over the past weekend, like I was kind of I was thinking about it, but then by the time I went ahead and did it, it was over. So
it's like me with Tetris events. It's like, I'll have to get that one.
Right.
I don't.
Like for me, it's like if it's a Japanese exclusive one, like I'm in there like as soon as I can to at least get a couple of like screen grabs or something, But it's worldwide. I don't need that stuff. Come on.
So this is officially the last Splatfest. There will be no more new Splatfest from now on. But they have said that they are going to continue to update the game for at least another 2 years, and from now on they're going to put into rotation previous ones. So even as soon as next month in October, we could be having Splatoon again.
Cool.
Which actually we didn't have in Splatoon 3 last October. It didn't happen. If you go back and listen to me in October last year, I was probably complaining. I was like, why are we doing fucking werewolves and bullshit? Like, why are we not just doing Splatoon? They are doing it this year. And then after that, they could also be doing like Frosty Fest, which is, the Christmas thing, and then the spring one and the summer one again, one more. So these are going to be like every season, like actual calendar season, not every month. So they'll be like more sporadic, but there's still going to be game balance updates, weapon updates, and those 4 seasonal kind of events. So there'll be another chance to get the gear that you may have missed, and some of the gear is actually from Splatoon 2. So, for example, if you didn't get the Splatoon gear from Splatoon 2, there'll be a chance to get it now in Splatoon 3. So there's I don't know, some people may have only got Splatoon 3 and not Splatoon 2, maybe. I don't know. If you are that person, let us know. But anyway,
There was a Splatoon event last year. Like,
in Splatoon 3?
yes, here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Somehow
I
I probably missed
remembered.
that.
Yeah, hold on.
I know there was like a Halloween themed thing, but I don't know it was Splatoon.
Yeah.
Like, and actually,
I mean, they had some logos and stuff for it. Of course, I'm probably not going to show.
I'm not.
Here.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because Splatoon is like a kind of a unique thing. It was like,
Or like this on the
Yeah.
screen.
yeah, exactly.
From like-
yeah. Hopefully they do that. Like, you know, like in Splatoon, they actually decorated the hub world with like cobwebs and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't recall them doing it with.
Okay,
like,
I don't know,
custom,
man.
but
I just I just saw that they used the word Splataway, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
All right then. Anyway, next.
All right, Ty, why don't you go ahead and wrap us up, man?
All right. Let's see. It's been one of those months where I've just kind of been grinding to finish battle passes. Yep. Just turning video games into labor.
Right.
So I'm probably like one play session away from finishing the Street Fighter 6 one, which is it's the stuff with like all these little S&K cosmetics because they're doing the Terry is coming out in a week in Street Fighter 6.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, the the King of Fighters, the Fatal Fury guy, you know him.
Right.
The Smash character.
The Smash character who somehow got into a bunch of other games too. Yeah, that guy.
The Smash guy. Oh, yeah, I know him.
Yeah,
you know him. Yeah.
yeah. So he's coming to Street Fighter 6. And yeah, so you can get some funny little S&K cosmetics if you finish your battle pass. What else? Dead by Daylight. So last time I talked about the Castlevania chapter. So right now, it's actually only lasting like 1 or 2 more days. Is they have one of their temporary game modes.
Okay.
I forget what they call it. I remember in do you guys remember Left 4 Dead 2? Did you ever play that?
No, I played one of the. I played a game in that series. I have no idea which one it was. I don't remember.
Okay, because like later in that game's life, they added something called Mutations, which was just like a special temporary game mode that people could hop on and play for like a week or so, and then it would like rotate to the next one.
Okay.
And so Dead by Daylight, like ever since when was it? It was like 6 months to a year ago. They started their special modes. And the first one they had was called Lights Out.
Okay.
It was not really good, but it was like a solid test of the system, I think, more than anything. So Lights Out was a mode where everything was like super dark. You could only see like 10 or 15 feet in front of you.
Oh God. Okay.
There was no tear radius from the killer, and everybody had way less information to work with. Like they had also just like added like the UI changes that let you see what your teammates are doing if you're a survivor, and in this mode they took it right back out. So everybody's in the dark and clueless at all times, and that mode was not good. Like people figured out the good strat pretty quick, and it got really one-sided, and it was not great. So they brought it back after reworking it a bit, and they also made it Castlevania themed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it starts kind of the same. Everybody's in the dark, you can't see shit. They changed it so there's like bats flying around everywhere now, and they're like spooky eyes looking at you, like it's a funny cartoon show.
Okay.
And they added a new item. They added these like candelabra items, so you can like drop them on the ground or slap them on generators as a survivor to guide the other survivors around, sort of.
Okay.
It's just a thing you can see from anywhere in the map.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Ty, did you know they're making a second series of Castlevania, the anime thing?
They already
Do you mean a third?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, maybe a third one then.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's coming
Yeah,
out
that's
soon.
nice.
That's cool. I didn't realize it was coming. That's cool. Okay, I have to get on the second one. I watched the first one. It was awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah. So where was I? Okay, you can drop these candles anywhere in the map and people could see them. It's kind of nice. And there's like a special little it's called a tome page basically. It's just some challenges that'll count towards your battle pass, but it has some funny little cosmetic unlocks. So you can change your player profile picture to like the Dracula pixel art from Symphony of the Night. Or you can change your banner to like it looks kind of like the opening scene of Castlevania 1.
Okay.
With like the gate and the castle in the background. It's kind of nice. Just like some extra little things you can grab. Yeah, so I mean I don't think the new mode is still like super great, but it's better than it was.
Hmm.
And it's only open for a week, so
Okay.
I think any more than that, people would figure out even more ways to make it busted.
Sure.
But I've had some good matches, especially with Jinsei, as usual. Yep. So if you want to play that and get the rewards, pills here. Found some pills. Yep. Some for my Left 4 Dead gang. Yeah. So if you want to play that, you got like 1 or 2 more days.
Okay. So if you listen to the audio version of the show, the dream is dead.
Yeah. Yeah. You can play any survivor. You can play any killer except Freddy because his power doesn't play well with the lighting system.
Oh.
Yeah, man, there have been some funny bugs over the years, let me tell you. So sorry, Freddy fans. The noted worst killer in the game. Power-wise, yeah. Some good news though. The most hated killer, the Skull Merchant, is currently nerfed into the ground on the PTB, made nearly unplayable, and everybody is so happy for it.
Yeah, okay.
Yay. So hopefully they take her back to the drawing board.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're doing another pass on like a ton of perks and stuff. So yeah, keeping the game fresh. Shit, I don't know what the next chapter is. I wonder if it's leaked yet.
Speaking of chapters, James just dropped this in the chat. So Castlevania Nocturne Season 2, January 2025. And the Castlevania TV series already has 4 seasons. Cool. Glad to be on top of things. Speaking of myself.
Danny's like, oh, can't wait for the 3rd season.
Yep. Can't wait. I still haven't watched the 2nd, so there it is.
The 3rd season came out in March 2020. Good job, Danny.
There it is. I'm really on top of the game there.
All right. There's
I don't know what the fuck
thing.
Nocturne is.
No one does.
No one does. Yeah.
Hold on. Did I close my agenda here? Good lord. Okay, I wanted to talk about Project Zomboid though.
Okay.
As I decided to do just a little thing for fun. Let's see.
Ty,
All right,
remind me, didn't we already have a 24 episode arc of you talking about this game?
Maybe, but I haven't talked about it in a long time. I just want to touch on a fun thing I did. Right.
This is the please explain this game to me again. Is this like you're playing with friends online, right?
Yeah.
And it's like top down view?
Yeah, it's like a top down isometric view.
Okay.
Think The Sims 1.
But with zombies.
Yeah, The Sims 1 with zombies.
Okay.
Yeah. I usually just play offline by myself. Actually,
Okay.
I think it's very well suited to that. But
Okay.
So in near one of the towns, there's a big prison building, and I've never messed with it before because it doesn't seem like there'd be much for any good like loot or anything. But I decided just for kicks, like what would it be like for me to clear out the prison and make it my home base? So I rolled in, and that shit is crazy.
I mean, I've watched The Walking Dead. You know, they take over a prison, and I know it from almost personal experience. So
right, yeah, it's the first thing everybody thinks of. It's like, wow, it's just like Walking Dead season 2 or 3 or whatever.
Right.
And it kind of is, but let me tell you, this prison is much more crowded when you get there.
Okay.
I mean, it's appealing because there's like a big double fence around the whole thing, and there's like only like one gated area to get in. So it's like, wow, that's really easy to seal up. But like, you go into the prison, there's like, there's like some central buildings. There's a big east wing and a west wing, and then there's like a big cafeteria in the back and like a rec room and stuff. So like, I get in, I kind of set up a temporary base near the front, and then I just start going in, clearing shit out, and holy shit, like I don't know what causes it, but like zombies will pack into like one corner of it. I guess like if there's like there's an event, like there'll be like random gunshots and stuff around the map that kind of draw zombies around in different directions. And for some reason they'll like all pack into a corner. And like there'll be like 50 zombies in this like little cell or something, and you pull up on that and you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? This is crazy.
Right.
And or like if zombies like catch sight of you, even like through a barred window, they'll all crowd up to the window and start like rattling on it like crazy. And initially I didn't know if those would eventually be breakable or not. It turns out they're not. But it will stress out you as a player, and it actually stresses out your character as a gameplay mechanic.
Okay.
So yeah, and the whole prison is kind of like maze-like, and there's like a lot of twists and turns and weird little dead ends. So it's kind of dangerous to fuck around with. But I had a lot of fun. I finished clearing it out and setting up a base, and it's not productive at all to do, but it's really fun.
Sure. Yeah. No, I can relate in kind of a similar vein. Like in Nintendo World Championships, like I wanted to get all of the pins that like you use for your player icons, and it's like, cool, I only need 10,000 more to do this. So I just grinded like the same mini game, just fighting Lemmy Koopa over and over and over, because it's quick and you can get some good coins. So yeah, right. I get it.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. Oh, one more thing. If you want to get the Evangelion girls and Nikkei, you have about 6 hours.
Okay. Ty, a question from John Cario too. Hasn't this game been in early access since 2011?
Yes, it has, and it has changed a lot. Like the game was pretty obscure until like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And but yeah, like you can find videos or just probably pirate like the OG versions. Like I think they have their original like alpha version up for download somewhere. Like the game used to use like 2D sprites and shit, and it was janky as fuck. All the zombies look like these bald green head aliens. It was not good.
Okay, yeah, 2013.
Yeah, I think that's when it got on Steam.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, let me share this. Yeah, if you get the game or if you wishlist it, it is a little complicated to learn how to play at first. I mean, maybe not super complicated, but like learning to interact with things like doors and windows and shit like that, it takes a little bit. But like once you get into the groove, it's really good, and it's very addictive to play.
Well, John Cario said that it's a good game, though it helps to have a friend around, or at least the wiki to help you out. So okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, I just went in by myself and I had a blast.
Yeah, you're tied, so.
Yeah, I like to think like, just jump in. You're probably gonna die on like the first day, and that's fine, because the next time you play, you'll die on the second day. And then the next time you'll survive a week, and then the next time you'll survive a month, and then you're hooked by then. Yep, it's fun. It's very addictive. All right. Okay. Yeah, I think that covers everything I've been playing recently.
Okay.
What was the Nikkei collab like? Yeah, I mean the Evangelion one.
Oh, you want to hear more about that? Okay, here we go.
Oh.
All right. Well, kind of a unique event because it's like the first time they've had like 4 new characters you can get in one event. Yeah. So there's like the usual stuff where there's like a story and then there's a mini game. The mini game is just kind of this goofy little Simon Says thing. It's not. I didn't like it that much, but you know, it's there. It's no Dave the Diver, to be sure. That was the GOAT.
Okay.
It's where you just straight up play Dave the Diver in your girl gotcha game. But the characters are cool. I have unlocked them all. What else? There's some very expensive cosmetics you can get. All right. So, oh my god. Okay, it looks like somebody's putting in like Nikki Itasha in Project Zomboid. Is that what I'm looking at?
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't mention Project Zomboid is a very mod-friendly game.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yep.
This is the collabo that Ty was
Oh
actually.
my god, I want
about.
I want the Nora car. Yeah, I will mention Nora and Blanc here are like 2 of my favorite Nikkei characters.
Okay.
Yes, and tomorrow they're getting a new squad member from the same squad. So that's exciting for gameplay reasons.
Okay.
Let me put it that way. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So if you want to get the Evangelion girls, you're probably gonna have to do it like right now if you're watching live. Yep.
Okay.
Good luck.
All right. Okay. Well, if that's all that you got, I guess we can move on to a little bit of now playing before we head into the next section of the show. So let's go ahead and just do that right now. Now playing at Famicast.com, lots of stuff going up on the website, some stuff on Patreon, YouTube, and stuff like that. I'll just go over this briefly. Over the past week, I did a couple of reviews, one for NBA 2K25 on the Switch, the version of the game that nobody plays or cares about because, well, some people do care about it, but not a lot of people make videos about it. So I take it upon myself to do that. So if you're on the fence about buying a basketball game on the Switch, I'll short version, don't buy this one. But if you want to find out why,
Spoilers.
check out my review. It's in written form on the website and video form on YouTube. I also did a review for Power Pro Baseball 2024-2025. That came out in July. I just had a lot of stuff to do, work and other stuff, so I didn't get around to it till just here recently. But if you want to know about a really full-featured baseball game that's fun for, I think, beginners or people that are like baseball sim heads, you can have a lot of fun with this one. But check it out if you're interested in that type of stuff. We got a lot more stuff coming up next week too, which we'll get to here in just a bit. But yeah, I'll listen more at the Famicast.com.
That game.
That's right. James, since you're not around a cat today, would you mind telling us what's up next?
I believe is JAPANews.
That's right, folks. It's time for the JAPANews.
JAPANews.
Got to get it out of your system. Yeah, I know. Like Genki,
how many episodes?
Yeah, since James was back in the UK, especially at the last episode, he was around his sister's cat, in the same room. So I purposefully made sure he didn't scream JAPANews and scare the hell out of the cat.
That's right. I think one time I was at my dad's house. I didn't want him to think I was having some kind of mental attack.
Too late.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, anyways, so there's one big topic that I want to touch on here, but just a couple of very, very brief things. Just a couple of things that actually dropped today. Some new games are available on Nintendo Switch Online, Super Nintendo app, or Super Famicom app.
Oh, shit.
They're a little bit different for each region. For you guys in English-speaking territories, there's some really good ones. Battletoads, I'm assuming it's a good one. Ty can confirm or deny this. Battletoads Double Dragon, is one of them.
Yes, it's the masterpiece.
Okay, cool. Big Run, kind of like a 2D racer type of thing. Cosmo Gang, the puzzle, and then a Kunio-kun dodgeball game that came out on the Japanese service back in 2020. Yes, all this stuff's available. Like
dumping it in Japanese.
Yeah, it's literally the Japanese version too. So I mean, thankfully it's dodgeball, so like it's not that hard of a game to get through, I don't think.
We're talking dodgeball.
Right? Yeah, exactly. But in Japan, they did get a couple of different things. They did get that Big Run game, not to be confused with Splatoon's Big Run. And also
Big Run, let's go.
Yeah, see, there it is. James' ears perked up. Cosmo Gang, the puzzle game, kind of like a Tetris-y type of thing. And another game that came out too is something called Angelique, which was apparently like the first game in the Jesus Christ. What's the name of this? What's this
Jesus
word?
Christ.
It's Jesus Christ. Otome games, or like maiden games that are like kind of aimed at girls and sometimes have a female protagonist and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Spawned off like a big thing from like Super Nintendo 94. The developer of that game, Ruby Games, actually went on to develop Buddy Mission Bond, which we talked about on the show, the Koei Tecmo Nintendo collaborative title. It came out in 2021 and only came out in Hong Kong and Korea after that. So still no English version. Anyways, so I thought that was kind of interesting. Something coming up next week as well. Obviously, Zelda is going to be coming out. Echoes of Wisdom. Of course, wouldn't be a Zelda release without some kind of collaboration from a Japanese convenience store. And this time, it's a little disappointing. But Nintendo's teaming up with Lawson convenience store chains here in Japan to offer a couple of different freebies with some purchases of some goodies, like little snacks and stuff. No specific like Zelda themed food like there was with Tears of the Kingdom, which is unfortunate, but it's the world we live in. So I have an article written up on the Famicast.com highlighting everything that you need to know about that. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff about Japan, feel free to check it out. So, and next, kind of like the big thing that I really wanted to talk about here, and also welcome Balls to the chat.
Balls.
So obviously, Tokyo Game Show is coming up next week. And as far as I know, we're all going to be there in some capacity. All of us that are here right now. Maybe not at the same time, maybe at the same time sometime, but we're going. And things kick off on Thursday, September 26th, and they run until Sunday, September 29th. And there's actually quite a few cool games that are going to be out there.
TGS Hype Train!
Yeah. I have a list up on our website detailing a lot of them. I mean, it's kind of freaking crazy. So like, okay, this is being billed as like the biggest TGS ever in terms of like the event, in terms of a couple of different things. So like, there's going to be 979 exhibitors, over 3,200 booths, and almost 2,300 games. And that's as of September 11th. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff at the show. So I'm sorry, I don't have a list of 2,000 games either. It's a hell of a lot less than that, but lots of indies and stuff like that. But from what we do know, is there anything that we are excited to play about? Excited to play, rather. And Genki, let's go ahead and start with you, man.
Oh yeah, thanks. I think the game I'm most excited for are I want to check out the new Metal Gear game, Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Metal Gear.
That was good. James is good at the voices. That game looks that game looks really interesting. Like I want to see how they improve. Like the graphics are supposed to be really good, and the gameplay is kind of the same, or like the levels are the same. So it's like a new fresh coat of paint on that game. So I'll be interested to check that one out. And also Level 5 are going to be there, so I want to check out the new Professor Layton game. Square Enix is going to be there, but I think their booth is a lot smaller than last year because they don't have that many big games. I think last year they had Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
right?
But I think this year they've only got Dragon Quest, the HD 2D one, Dragon Quest 3 Remake, and they have Fantasian, and they have like Romancing Saga. and Final Fantasy 14. So I want to check out maybe Dragon Quest and Fantasian maybe as well. Yeah, those are the main games I was gonna check out.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I guess for anybody else in the crew, is there anything that has kind of jumped out to you, or any, just generally speaking, is there something that you like to do at TGS? I think I already know one answer that some of us might like to do, but like James, is there anything that you're hyped about, man? I mean, I know there's obviously.
Oh yeah, definitely the next 3D Sonic game, brilliant.
Right.
I always like to play those at TGS.
I know you're a huge fan.
But
It's
seriously,
funny.
I'm excited for the Sonic game.
There's so many games which are like already out, or like just videos. It's like, I mean, Danny, what is going to be playable on Switch that's new and interesting? Anything?
Yeah, some things. I mean, what Japan always kind of gets sometimes, or from some companies, are like leftovers from what they already had demos for Gamescom. So like, but at the same time, that's great for people that couldn't go to freaking Gamescom, like all of us, as far as I know. I mean, I think having, you know, Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D playable on the show floor is a really great thing, especially for Japan. I don't know.
Have a nice booth as well.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
like,
sure.
like last year, the Square Enix booth was massive, and that's they wanted to have, or they did have, like 100 demo stations or something like that for Final Fantasy 7
Yeah, it
Rebirth.
was crazy. They had loads.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy. And I mean, they're probably not going to have that many for Dragon Quest, because they know people are going to buy it anyway. So maybe they don't want to even worry about it that much. But I think, you know, some of their other games they're showing off there too. Fantasian as a playable game. They're going to have stage shows video. That's pretty cool. I mean, for me, one of the cool things that I'm really excited about, and I warned you a little bit, but Konami, they have a pretty big booth this time. Silent Hill is going to be there, I believe, as well, on top of Metal Gear. But they also have baseball stuff that I'm really excited about. There's a game called Professional Baseball Spirits. It's supposed to come out tomorrow, but it got pushed back by about a month because they needed some more time to kind of work stuff out. But that's going to be at the show. That series' 20th anniversary. It's Power Pro's 30th anniversary. So it's kind of cool that they have like a big representation of that at their booth, and that'll be the first time that anyone can publicly play the realistic sim baseball game. And with the Power Pro series as well, the kind of cartoony one, there's like, not a free game, but a game that was like literally $1 that came out in 2023. They're doing, like, Konami's actually hosting, you know, tournaments and stuff like that worldwide, and they're having some kind of a tournament during TGS. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad to see that they're supporting that type of stuff.
I'm excited for Ty. I mean, Ty's favorite Metal Gear Solid game is 3, right, Ty?
Probably, yeah.
And like they're remaking it in glorious high definition.
Hell yeah.
Hashtag hype get, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Right. Nice. Yeah, I want to check that out. Hopefully they'll have a nice booth for that as well. Last year's was pretty cool, the Metal Gear one.
Yeah.
For the what was it? The Master Collection.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
Right.
What do they call it? Is it called the Master Collection? Yeah.
Master Collection Volume 1. I think.
Yeah, that's right. They're already complaining that Volume 2 is going to take like 5 years because it's like Metal Gear 4 and Metal Gear 5, which are like the really big, complicated ones, especially 4, which was programmed on I don't know, a big 20 for the whatever PlayStation 4. PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 3 cell processor.
Yeah, with 480 gigabytes of unplayable cutscenes.
Right.
Can't wait.
True story.
Yeah, I mean, the Konami booth, though, it's always a cool place to go because they have a lot of what they call partner titles, and some of them are like, Sega does it a little bit too. They partner with like EA, so they'll show. I don't even think it's actually FC25. It's like, it said on their website, it's Football Club Manager, not like regular, essentially FIFA or whatever. So I was like, okay, why do you have the wrong image up on your site then? But
not
okay.
eFootball, then?
No, not that's a Konami. I'm talking about Sega just briefly here, but anyways, like for Konami stuff, like they do have a bunch of partners that they work with, a lot of small developers and stuff like that too. But yeah, Ty and I kind of noticed one game on there that was kind of like, whoa, really? Geez, Kai, where did that go, dude? Trigger, because the first game was at the Konami's booth last year, and this is a Trigger Heart Excelica Enhanced, like an old school, like, shooter type of thing. Me and Ty played it together last year. So it's kind of weird that like you could find these kind of games there as well. But yeah. And James, I feel like I've dodged like your question about like what's going to be there that's new and cool on the Switch, and like Dragon Quest, if it's on the Switch, depends on if that's
it has
version.
to be, right? Yeah.
Well,
it'll be like it'll be PS5 and Switch, and you can choose which one you want.
I will say they've been making it so you can't choose. You just go and you just kind of just get lucky, and it sucks. I know Genki, like what for you personally, do you really care like if you play a PS5 or a Switch version of a game?
So it depends on the performance. Like if it's a game that would perform much better with a higher frame rate, then I prefer to play on the PlayStation 5, just because you get like 4K and sometimes you get like a higher frame rate. But if it's a game like Dragon Quest, it's not that, it doesn't look that graphically intensive, so I wouldn't mind for that one. Like
if you choose the Xbox version, they lead you through this tunnel, which actually is an exit. And you find yourself outside
into a black hole or something.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to like TGS and stuff, I prefer to try out the Switch version because I'm interested to see how developers work with this underpowered hardware to do things sometimes. I think 2 years ago, Genki, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII was a good example of that. Obviously looked awesome on PS5, but they had to scale it back a little bit on Switch. But I was still pretty impressed with what they were able to do. But
I hope they have a lot of Switch units there, because it'd be good if they like split it like 50-50 or something for like the games that have both versions.
Right. Well, this time next year we could have a whole new console.
Right.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's any Capcom games that are on Switch.
No, nothing.
Is there?
I
know Monster Hunter Wilds will be quite big, because they said they have like over 100 demo units for that, because they're really trying to push that one, but that doesn't run on Switch. So
no.
Real talk, Ty, do you think there will be a singular Xbox console at this show next week?
Maybe.
What game will they be playing on it?
I don't know. Probably in the indie area. I don't know. They might have some like Konami or something.
No, they'll have them at Atlas, because they have the marketing deal with like Metaphor and like Persona games.
Yeah.
Playing with an Xbox controller on a PC in the indie area doesn't really count, Ty.
Yeah.
I think last year they had like these like old Xbox 360 controllers for the PC in the Sonic area. I was like, what's going on?
Wow. Great job, guys.
It works.
Dude, at the Capcom booth, though, they do have Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection and Ace Attorney Investigations collections of games that just came out, within the past, this month. So that's kind of like weird. But at the same time, obviously these type of events aren't always focused towards, people that are doing podcasts or websites, media influencers or anything like that. It's, they can't, sometimes these type of games are focused towards actually fans that are just going to be coming and just going for fun or whatever. So
fun.
Games, they have lots of Astro Bot booths, so you can check out Astro Bot maybe.
Hey, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, but anyways, it is. I think there's going to be some cool stuff there. I'm looking forward to trying out Layton as well. I kind of want to try out the new Fantasy Life game as well. Konami stuff, baseball, like I said. Then just kind of get into the Square Enix stuff and see what's fun, and then just go to the Konami partner area and just see what kind of crazy stuff they have back there. Because like last year, I tried out that Macross game, the shooting one, and it was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. So it's always kind of interesting. You never know what you're going to find. So.
Yeah. So I wasn't joking when I said this could be the last Switch TGS, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, the indie booth probably will have them next year as well for smaller games. But in terms of big ones, this is it. End of an era. We really are at the arse end of the Switch's life now. Jesus Christ.
Last night around 10 o'clock, people were like, "Oh my God!" I don't know why, but Twitter And social media were like, it's time, boys. And then like Nintendo of America released a tweet about like an add-on to an existing game, like a Marvel game or something. And a lot of people were just, I don't know what they were expecting Switch 2 just to be put out there right there. It's like,
yeah. It's crazy because we have the PlayStation 5 Pro and then the Switch, existing at the same time, and they couldn't be more different in terms of power, right? Crazy.
Sure. But I mean, to piggyback on that just for a second. I mean, obviously, PlayStation 5 Pro, PlayStation in general is not a cheap system. Xbox has been seeing price increases and stuff too. Well, what do you think that's going to mean for Nintendo's bottom line for Switch 2? Any ideas? Any thoughts on what you think they'll be willing to go, like as high as how high do you think they'll be willing to go with their system?
It's not going to be 30,000 yen. I don't think.
No, I don't think so either.
Not going to be 30,000. I mean, with the exchange rate right now, I mean, it's absolutely brutal, isn't it? I mean, we're going to be punished because we're living in Japan and we're earning in yen. So 50,000 yen for Americans is like, that's like $200 right there. Well, not for us. That's like fucking a quarter of our salary. It's like, Jesus
that's
Christ.
so much. Yeah.
So it's not going to be what's the cheapest original PS5? Is it like 60,000
now? Because with the price,
when it released,
the digital one. When it released, it was like Yonma, 40,000.
Okay, 45
for the digital only one.
Yeah, I would expect the next one to be or at least 40,000, maybe 45. I don't know.
Sure,
I'm already started saving up, thinking about it in advance.
Yeah, I think
that was without tax though, but yeah.
One thing I think Nintendo's really good at, they're not really reactionary when it comes to the yen and dollar differences and stuff like that. I think they do a good job of thinking like, what is a mental block? What is a hurdle that people are going to be willing to go over? Because obviously Sony doesn't really think about that for Japan. If you look at what they've been doing,
115.3 thousand. Yeah.
Right. It's like Microsoft is doing their own thing. They're making more money probably on services than they are on systems. So it's like, well, if they make money off of that, great. Nintendo, though, I mean, no price increases. They could have gotten away with it, but they're satisfied, I guess, enough with what they're doing.
But if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I mean, I'm kind of in the same line of thinking as you, James. I mean, Switch OLED, that's like 40,000 yen, $400, whatever. I don't see them going too much higher than that, because I mean, then you're going to get to an area where people are going to be like, whoa, I want to buy this. At some point, they'll be like, I want to buy this for my kid or something. And come on, I mean, I would not give my kid a fucking $500 video game system.
Yeah, I think that is the difference, isn't it? Like talking about Astro Bot earlier, like who is it for? It's like it's a perfect kids game for a $900 console. That's the difference. Like Nintendo tries to think like, okay, like Danny was saying, what's the price that feels good to like buy for Christmas or for a birthday present? Like what's a nice round number that's an acceptable amount to pay for a big present?
Sure.
And it is round about the 30 or 40,000, or I guess in US dollars. What is that? Like what, 250? Well, no, $300, something like that.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not sure. I mean, having lived over here for a long time, but I mean, I think maybe it's kind of similar to what it is here. Things do get more expensive, and incrementally, the way your thinking goes, you're making the jump from fucking 60,000 to 120 or something in the span of just a couple of years is ridiculous. But
yeah, I mean, you do see like clips of like kids getting PS5s for Christmas, and it's like, wow.
Not Japanese kids.
Not Japanese, American kids.
Yeah, right.
American kids, like, Christmas Day, and they're like, oh my God, you got a PS5? Like, how can we afford that? It's like, well, granddad died last month, so we got some money in his will,
inheritance,
and we're selling the house, and we don't have a car, so that's why we can afford it.
Right. So drive your PlayStation controller to school or whatever. So
exactly, yeah. It doesn't have any games for it, but just have fun.
Hey, Astro's Playroom. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's what Nintendo does good. I think they cater towards Japan, and probably even though they make most of their money from the States, you get the feeling that like Japan is their most important market for them. Sometimes you feel that with Nintendo, which is you can't be said for PlayStation or Xbox. So I think the price.
What do you mean Xbox doesn't put Japan first?
Right.
How dare you say that?
Yes.
You take it back.
It's a lie.
Xbox is going to be huge at TGS. You just see it. It's going to be like a whole hall filled with Xbox. Back in when it was back in 2006.
2013 was fun. But
oh man.
Yeah, so I think they'll price the Switch reasonably well for the Japanese market.
Yeah.
It'll still be expensive for us, but all of the Chinese scalpers are going to love it.
Yeah.
Good luck to them.
Right. Well, we'll see how it goes. And a couple of comments here in the chat too. Actually, I was missing a bunch earlier, but Minchio says Nintendo needs to just release Switch 2 with the price about half of the PlayStation to KO Sony in this generation, kind of like what Sony did to Sega back in the 90s, ironically. And you could even say Nintendo, like I saw a clip earlier, and I know James loves Reggie, not the guy that you know personally, but the guy that personally. Anyways, but Reggie Fils-Aimé, like after
fuck that guy.
After Sony announced PlayStation 3 is going to be $600, and everyone's like, yeah, that's ridiculous. And he's like, yeah, thanks for, giving us we could just blow right in and just, mop up the floor with our pricing point and stuff like that.
I think the best mic drop moment in video game console history, I think Ty knows what I'm going to talk about, is like the Saturn was just announced to be like $400, and then the PlayStation guy just walks in and says $300, and walks off, and then that's all he says.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like Minchio was talking about, like that same thing. That is pretty cool, and like what a smart thing to do too.
$299, I think you said, and then just walks off the stage, and then Sega dies that moment.
Right. Not so long after. Balls too. He said Switch 2 will be 400 max. My uncle told me so. Yes. God bless him. And Russ brings up a good point too. It's like, what's the big deal with things being so expensive? That's what credit cards are for. Duh. But,
good point.
Yes. Anyways, hope you guys are all looking forward to some TGS. Like I said, we're going to be there. Expect it's going to be pretty cool. Expect a lot of videos, impressions on the website. I'm trying to think of some other things that maybe we can do too, but at the very least, expect that type of stuff. So we're
going to put Genki to work. Let's put it that way. Genki will not have a moment's rest doing this.
Do it. It's going to be fun. I'm hoping Genki's looking forward to it, and
but, damn well better be.
I'm
getting him for free.
Yes, exactly. But anyway, let's go ahead and move away from the news. And let's see. Actually, Ty, let's go ahead and pass things over to you.
Oh boy. Here we go. I've been waiting for this. All right.
Uh-oh.
All right. It's garbage day. All right. I got a big pile of boxes right here. They're from my my second favorite sort of online site, UFO catchers.
You don't have to tell us the first one.
All right. That's the joke. So I play online UFO catchers every week, and they send me trash in the mail. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It should be illegal. So here's a little box that I actually got before last episode. I just misplaced it because it's so tiny, and I preemptively opened it up as well. And there's just one little thing in it. It's this cute little guy. You recognize him?
What? Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yellow guy with black ears. What is that?
Perhaps you've seen him in a little LCD game that's shaped like an egg.
Tamagotchi?
Oh,
yeah, it's a Tamagotchi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yep. So I have one now. He's cute. I love him. I think this is like the one I had when I was a kid. Well,
cool.
The high schooler.
Okay.
Yep. In the 90s. Yep.
Very nice.
Okay. So I have a little Tamagotchi guy. All right. Now next up, which one of these should I open? All right. Here's one from Sega UFO Catcher. We don't see
Mhm.
these guys too often, but
True.
because they don't give you like free plays every day like a lot of sites do, but they do give you like a little bit of credit. So they do give you free plays towards stickers though.
Okay.
So here's what happens. I just go there every day. I get like 20 cents worth of credit and try to win the free sticker mini game, which I do often. And so first, let's look at the stickers they send me. All right, what do I got? I have their weird little UFO catcher mascot. You've seen this thing before. These are all Christmas. What the fuck?
It is that time of year, September.
early.
September.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And there's a funny cat one.
Okay.
I love
it.
It says neon on it, so
Nice.
I'm happy.
Nice.
And the little free thing I won with my cobbled together credits, I got a little Makima mascot.
Okay.
Right. Any Chainsaw Man fans?
Chainsaw.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually watched a little bit of Chainsaw Man the other day just to try to practice watching shit without subtitles. It was kind of crazy.
That seems like it'd be kind of a crazy one to take in, but
I think it was. All right, moving on. What was this? Molly Online. I've been cleaning these guys out lately. All right, you remember last time I had the little Fukubukuro full of random shit?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been going for those now since I was pretty pleased with the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. We got one right here. Are you ready for a
Let's
mystery
go.
bag inside the mystery box?
Yeah.
Jesus, how do I open this? Ugh. Plus, if there's like little minifigures inside, I've actually been using those at work for like little ESL games.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have like another reason to try to snag them. All right, I got a repeat. This is the poop emoji guy.
Oh, nice, perfect.
Yeah.
That was the exact one you got last week too, right? Last time.
It
right?
is, yeah.
Nice.
And let me tell you, my students love him.
Nice. Well, I mean, it's cool. He's laying down. He's like lounging on his side.
His head actually spins around. He can look in different directions as he's lounging, right? So I guess it's an action figure now.
There it is. Perfect.
Oh my god, this is a repeat too. It's like the little hopping, chattering teeth toy. They're just giving me the same shit again.
They might have just filled them all up with the same stuff.
He's got eyes.
Right. All right. This is new, and this is extremely random. It looks like a set of like train station seats.
Oh, cool. Okay, I can.
I guess I can put these in my dollhouse or something. I don't fucking know. Maybe if I keep winning these, I'll be able to assemble a whole train station.
That's a hell of a way to try to do that.
Yeah,
but
Jesus.
I wish you the best.
Can you get a good look at this? This is random as fuck.
Oh, that's random.
It's pretty detailed too. I like it.
I mean, it is detailed. It looks very realistic. So yeah, that was random. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Damn, there's some weird shit in here. Let's go. Looks like they stuffed some things together here. Just put it in the same bag. All right. Looks like I have a Spy Family Anya puppet.
Oh, no.
All right, we're doing puppet shows now.
There it is.
Hello, time to open the trash. I don't know what she sounds like in English. There's an English dub, right?
Sure.
It must be.
Yeah, right.
Must be, right? Okay, I'm now struggling to think of a use for that in class. Man, I got some more random shit in here. All right, I got this cute little plush. This is from Freyren. I haven't watched it, but some of my friends have been recommending it.
The girl with purple hair, it looks like a nun or something. Yeah.
Or something, yeah.
John Cario mentioned this too while you're about the Fukubukuro that you just pulled up. He's like, oh God, it's him again. Yeah, it's in the chairs and the chattering teeth and all that stuff.
Hey Taro, the white kid is back.
Yeah. And I think John Cario is actually also looking forward to the Famicast Puppet Special coming
Hell yeah.
October 2024. No,
you're giving me ideas. You're giving me bad ideas. All right.
Right.
Now, next up, I have another Spy Family thing. This is a side character. What's her name? Fiona. Yes, I have her severed head now.
Perfect.
It's got a pin on the back, so I think you're supposed to pin this to your bag
Oh,
or
it's
something.
a badge.
Yeah, so that's neat.
That's
Yeah, it's nice. She's great. I love her.
Hmm.
All right, what's up? Oh, okay. This is the one thing I actually paid for, so they would send me all the shit for free.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Okay.
like, you know, that's the rule. You have to get like basically one paid prize, or not necessarily paid, just like not out of the poverty machines.
Sure.
So they'll ship it to you for free. So I got this little slot machine, which I think is incredibly appropriate.
Perfect.
Shall I give it a spin? Shall I open it up?
Yeah, I wonder if there's real money inside.
No.
Go for it.
All right. So yeah, here we go. Ready? Okay. Oh wow!
Oh,
It really does
wow.
spin.
Oh,
I'm the
damn.
big winner.
You did.
777,
You
I
won.
did. There was
Is
no
it
money in it.
fixed?
Yeah,
It's rigged.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right.
There it is.
So that's cool. And what else? Okay, I got a random figure. All right. Can you see this?
Looks like a cheap
right.
version of Sailor Moon.
It does. This is one of Bochi's friends. You know, Bochi the Rock, the girl with the pink hair and the guitar and the funny memes.
You've talked about her before. I've seen
Yeah.
it, I think.
Yeah, so I think this is one of her band members. I
Okay.
think between these boxes I have like all of them.
Okay.
So they were in the easy poverty free machines, so I'm like, hey, I can get the whole set.
Nice.
And I think I did, but they have yet to be revealed. So let's open this other big ass Molly box. No. Wait, let's put it off. Let's open this small one that I already opened.
Okay.
This is from Capcom. So yeah, Molly and Capcom are my favorite machines. Yes, here we go. I got the Toho severed head.
It's severed head day today, I guess.
Yes. All right, so it's got kind of like a mascot strap here. So yeah,
Okay.
you may have seen this as a meme 1,000 times in the last 20 years.
Maybe.
I'm not even gonna try to explain it. It's just
good.
a severed Toho head.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
Someone knows. It's not me.
Yep. All right, and there's one more thing on here. Oh yeah. I got a little Suica game watermelon.
Oh man, awesome! You're cleaning those things up.
It's a pineapple. I cannot identify fruits, despite that being like 1/3 of my job.
Failure.
Yeah, it's a pineapple, and he's got some grapes with him for some reason.
Okay, because if you have the wrong fruits, they can't change. They have to be the same
Right.
fruit to change. So
True.
Okay. And then like if they're getting
advanced gameplay.
Yeah, if they're getting squished in the jar, then they'll kind of make like a face like that and stuff. So
All right, so now we're gonna open this big Molly box. This may be the one with like multiple Fukubukuros in it. So let's see if they give me more fucking chattering teeth.
just nothing but chattering teeth, different colors maybe.
Right.
This is the one with red gums and buttery teeth.
Yikes. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Ah, my favorite packing material. Yeah. Wow. Holy shit. All right, this is pretty random. Let's go. All right, first up, I got this big lime green slime.
Nice.
Yeah. Looks like he's squishy or something. Let's open him up.
Slime.
Yeah, he's very, it's like a rubbery one.
Stitchy.
It's like
Is it
rubber.
like a stress ball or something like that?
Yeah, it feels like it's like foam on the inside. So he's cool. Yeah. Yep, put him with my slime collection that I'm gathering. All right, here we go. Yes, they have delivered another Fukubukuro. Let's go. Place your bets. Is it going to be chattering teeth, poop emoji, and something extremely random?
I hope it's some more chairs or something that can complete the train station.
Right. Would be nice. All right, let's see. Good. Holy shit! Yep. They hit me with the chattering teeth. Got a poop emoji, but he's a slightly different color.
Okay.
Actual poop color one.
Yeah. The other one's black, like or really dark brown. This is more of a More of like a milk chocolate brown. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. And some extremely random thing looks like some assembly required.
Is it literally like is it another thing for like a station or something? Or
I think so. It does look like furniture. Let's see.
okay.
It's a Ugh.
Yeah, John Cario.
Yeah.
It's like it's okay. It's all we got left, boss. He's already won everything else. Put in the chattering
Yeah.
teeth.
I don't know what this is. Like what do you think? Oh God.
Good
There's like
Lord,
no way I
that's-
can demonstrate this.
Yeah, man. Okay, if you're listening to the audio version, it's like, yeah, these are like red pieces of plastic with like white around them. There's like no way to know what that is. You're just gonna have to try to build it at some point and maybe like
Yeah.
report back or something. That's random.
Yeah. All right. I'll give it a try. Let me try to put this somewhere where I won't lose it. All right. Yeah. It looks like a bench or something.
Sure.
All right.
Hmm.
So that's the Fukubukuro. What, number 3?
Different
All right.
Fukubukuro. Sorry, James.
All right. Okay, here's a random small thing that was in the box. It's a little tiny slime.
Okay.
Yes, this is what I wanted.
Cute.
This is perfect for my classroom shenanigans.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yep, just a little tiny slime.
Nice.
Hard plastic. I love him.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. Damn, I'm getting a lot of wrappers and stuff stacked up on my desk. This is getting out of control. But there's ever more.
Right.
Maybe I should save this one for last.
Okay.
All right. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. Yes. Finally, something normal.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. There's normal for this. It's a quintuplet.
Okay,
Yeah,
there it is.
She has new glasses.
Okay. Pink hair, kind of short skirt, not as unsafe for work or whatever
Yeah.
as usually this stuff is. So,
Nope, very normal figure.
Yeah.
She has pink hair, so she's Ichika, number 1.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep. And she has big nerd glasses for reasons.
There it is.
Yep.
Gotta
Literally,
feel for them.
she's got a new hat.
Right. Yeah, literally.
Right, next. This must have been a random prize, so I got a giant ass fuck bag of these Cheeto ass
nice.
snacks.
Yeah,
Umaibo.
Umaibo. Yeah, those things are
Yes.
awesome. Like if you are out there and you've never had these things, it's literally like the consistency of like a cheese puff or like that kind of Cheeto type of thing, but like there's all sorts of different flavors. They're awesome. You can buy a stick of them for like 10 yen. They're great. Great little snacks.
Yeah. And it
For
has
the,
this not Doraemon on it.
For the British listeners, it's a giant what's it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, or it's like Monster Munch in the UK, right?
No.
Monster Munch.
Well, maybe the flavor is, but yeah, the texture is like a giant what's it?
Ty's demonstrating it here on the screen.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
this long little puff
that's a
type of
what's
thing.
it. Or
Have a hole in the
cheese.
middle.
What do you call those? Cheez-Its? Cheezos?
Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Like
Yeah.
there's Cheetos are Cheetos are a little different. Like cheese puffs is what you would call that because it's like kind of puffed up, right?
Yeah,
So
puffs.
that's the
The
American.
puffy cheese snack.
Yeah. Cheese
I've,
balls.
I've never had one because they've always got some shit in that I can't eat.
Oh,
so.
dude, there's got to be.
Oh.
There's probably in this
Yeah.
one too. I mean, they're 10 yen for crying out loud. So there's
Cheese
all sorts of-
flavor, yeah, contains pig year round.
yeah, there's
Well,
all
for
sorts
me,
of
they're
crazy-
free.
Right, exactly. I mean, there are all sorts of crazy flavors, yakitori, like salami. It's nuts. You can probably find something that you like. Maybe not nutritionally, but taste wise.
You know what was wild going back to the UK? It's like the inverse opposite of Japan. It's like in Japan, like ready salted crisps have like chicken extract in, so I can't eat it because I'm a vegetarian. in England, I actually got a packet of chicken flavored crisps, totally vegetarian. Doesn't contain chicken extract at all.
Sacrilege.
All right,
That's
so
amazing.
I have one more thing. And Discord members may have remembered me promising a cat girl for once.
Oh,
So
it's been a while.
I have for you the good face cat girl Hatsune Miku.
Okay.
Yep, that's a
And
good
actually-
face.
She actually has kind of like cat teeth too.
Yeah, and a collar, and she's making this weird yawn face,
Yeah.
or like the kind of fucked up face like that would get your driver's license made fun of. Yep.
Giancarlo's he's all into it, man. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. I got good face cat girl Miku.
There it
It's
is.
perfect. Perfect in every way.
It's a dream come true.
Yep. All right. I think that's everything. I haven't skipped any boxes this time. Yeah, I think they're all taken care of. What a mess. What am I going to do with these wind up chattering teeth?
Good good question. It's I don't I wouldn't even know what to do with one of them, let alone multiple wind up teeth. But
yep.
Yeah.
But I got some nice little minifigure kind of things to add to my bag of tricks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey Ty, I sent a photo on Discord because I went to a giant book off. It's called Book Off Bazaar, which is like the ginormous ones that they sell everything and also they buy anything. And they actually had a big, huge poster that said, "We buy your figurines and statues." And I was like, holy shit, Ty needs to get here and make $1 million.
Nah, they're not going to give you that much.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. 10
trying to
yen
sell
each.
these painfully individually. So let's go.
I guess just to close it out, Giancarlo has a really good idea what you can do with the chattering teeth as well. I'll make them part of the puppet special. Boom.
That's a good idea.
Can't wait. All right. Well, Ty, thank you for taking one for the team and continually living in a pile of trash. Yeah. I think we enjoy this.
There's the thumbnail.
Yes, the whole thing. All right. Well, I do hear a little jingle, JC. Do you hear that?
Wait, there it is. Welcome. Yes, so Ty is just zipping up his sack, ready for me to unzip mine. It's the Fukubukuro of Fabulousness. So I'm actually just going to show you some games that you're going to be buying. So you don't really need to do anything except open up your wallet and just keep watching. So in honor of Genki talking about Astro Bot 3D platform games, I thought, well, there are some people listening who don't have $1,000 to spend on a PlayStation 5 and Astro Bot. So we're going to look at some platform games today, which are less than $1,000.
Nice.
I'd hope so.
Yeah. So let's get to it. So yeah, these are all platform games which are highly rated. Various pricing. I don't have any price limit on this one actually. Or maybe I put $35, I think. We'll see how we go. So for example, this one, ukulele, probably everyone's got this by now. In case you don't, this is the one that's kind of similar to Banjo and Kazooie. It's $4. Steamworld Dig is 2D, but whatever, it's $2. Demon Tough, that's 3D. Yeah. That's $12.49.
I knew that was going to be on here, and I'm going to shill it.
Grapple Dog.
That's a good name for a video game.
Yeah. Do you want to check out some screens of it? Yeah, I'm hearing some good things about this one. It actually came out in 2022. I don't know why I was seeing screenshots of it, but yeah, Grapple Dog. That's a 2D, Bionic Commando style game. But anyway,
nice.
That is $3.74. But this one is one of my favorites. I think this is amazing. No jokes, no banter here. I'm genuinely serious. New Super Lucky's Tale. It was a Microsoft exclusive for a while, but then they made this kind of remix version, which is like way better than the original Xbox version. So it's got like improved camera, it's got more content, it's got a better frame rate. I think they've done a whole bunch of stuff to it. It's really, really good. It's basically like, a Mario Galaxy game, but it's on everything. Because it's not just a Switch exclusive. You can get it on PlayStation and Xbox as well.
Right.
But yeah, it's really, really good. It's funny, it's cute, it's colorful. It's like, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of the original version of Conker 64.
Yeah. What it was gonna be, yeah.
What it was going to be. It's like if Rare did that game, but like, in current year.
Sure.
So it doesn't look like a Nintendo 64 game. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
If you're just listening, yeah, it's really good. I really, really, really enjoyed it. I think it's a fantastic game, and it's like similar to Astro Bot in that it's like a not Nintendo doing a really good Nintendo game, and this is another one of those. Like before Astro Bot, I think these guys did the best non-Nintendo 3D platform game, and it's only $14.99. 50% off right now. So yeah, I'd highly recommend that. Then we have, I don't know why, is Super Monkey Ball even a platform game? I don't know, whatever.
I mean, that's a stretch.
Really. Stretch. Sonic Origins Plus, if you like that kind of thing, if you're a weirdo, it's $25 right now. That's almost 40% off. Then there was another one. Oh yeah, Fogs is also another kind of cute 3D platform game. It's good for like co-op as well. So it's like like a father and son, father and daughter, that kind of game. And if you've ever seen that TV show called, what was it, Danny? Shit, was it called Cat Dog?
Oh, Cat Dog.
Yeah, it was Cat
Dog.
Dog. Cat Dog. There it is. It's cool. Like Cat Dog, but it's Dog.
They had that in the UK as well. Oh, it's two dogs stuck together.
Yeah, this one is two dogs stuck together.
Dog. Okay.
Yeah. Dog.
Exactly. Yeah. So you control both ends of the dog, and you can wrap around stuff. It's kind of like, it's just a really good platform game. And again, it's colorful. It's really well made, and it's a little bit physicsy. You kind of have to use your body to like do certain things, but it's not as difficult as this screenshot seems to make it look. It's not like you have to balance two things and equally on this. It seems like it has kind of weight, and it kind of like auto corrects and stuff like that. It's not as insane as you would think.
Sure.
Yeah, really good co-op game, and that's $7.50 right now. Very, very good. I can't really recommend Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy because I hate Crash Bandicoot, but some people like it.
Sure. It seemed like that remake was pretty well received.
Yeah, well, if you like that kind of thing, it's $16 right now, which is like 60% off. And then this one, it's not much of a discount, unfortunately, but Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. We've mentioned this a couple of times on the show before. This is kind of like the what do you call it?
Jet Grind Radio.
Jet Grind Radio rip-off game.
Sure.
It looks really, really good. It's not as much discount as I would want in the Fukubukuro.
It's just probably not. I don't even think it's a year old. Maybe it just came out last year.
Oh, that's a good point. It's $33 right now. It came out in August last year.
Okay.
On the Switch, and then a month later on the PlayStation, September last year. And that is main story, 10 hours to complete. 13 hours for everything. Our completion is 23 hours, so actually more content than Astro Bot.
Shots fired, Genki.
Shots fired. But yeah, it's on. Yeah, maybe add that to your wish list and then wait until the price comes down a little bit more, maybe. Because 33 right now, down from 40. There was another one that I wanted to point out. Oh, there was another Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, is $20, which is 50% off.
Okay.
Good deal if you like that kind of thing for some reason. Demon Turf, Neon Splash. That's like the sequel that Ty keeps on saying he's going to buy and then doesn't. It's $3.49.
Yep.
If you want to pretend that you're going to buy that again, Ty, now is a good time to do it. Brilliant. Good job. Little Gator Game is a 3D platformer. It's $12 and it looks cute. Danny, you played some kind of like N64-esque
Yeah.
platformer game. What was it, Kiwi?
Super Kiwi 64, which that was a really short game, but that was awesome.
Yeah, this is kind of in that vein, I guess, but it's a little bit more like the graphics are a little bit better than that one.
Sure. I mean Super Kiwi 64, great game, actually really cheap too. If you like I'm talking like maybe about an hour of essentially kind of like a Banjo-Kazooie. It's awesome. Like it's just a couple bucks too on pretty much I think PC or Switch.
Little Gator game came out in 2022 on Switch and then last year on PlayStation.
Okay.
And that is $12 right now. Check it out. Looks pretty good. And all the usual stuff. It's Team Baltic 2 is also $2. Both Ori games, talking about Xbox exclusives now on Switch. They're both on sale at the moment. I forget which one's the first one. Blind Forest is the first one, right?
Yeah.
The first one is $8 and the sequel is $12.
Okay.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps. So lots of platforming action available now. For less than the PlayStation 5.
Right. Ty, I saw you playing with the puppet.
Oh yeah. I think it's a little small for my hands, but it works.
It's cute.
Yay.
All right. Well, on that note, I mean, just to go to feedback here really quick. If you guys do have any questions or comments or something like that, feel free to hit us up. You can hit us up with a long form type of thing, the famicast@gmail.com. Hit us up on social media. We're at the Famicast. Leave comments in the website article, comments on YouTube, and we'll get back to you probably. Sometimes like to read stuff out on the show.
Not a guarantee.
Yes, but we are running a little bit long today, so I wanted just to kind of like reiterate. We are going to TGS. We have a list of games that are going to be there. Obviously, you can find out all sorts of information via the internet, but if there's anything that you want us to check out or something like that, suggestions or something, let us know. I can't promise to get to everything, but if there's something that you would like to hear us talk about, let us know. You can hit us up in the comments. You can hit us up in the Discord that we have, all that type of stuff. So,
I'll probably be looking at Discord during the show when I'm there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have my phone, so I could check Discord. So like
we're more likely to listen to you if you're a patron. So
not even necessarily a patron, just like
I don't listen to anyone at all.
True. Yeah, but I mean, and then obviously, Genki. Like, if people want to contact you, I mean, we'll do this at the very end of the show here as well. But like, I don't want to speak for you and say, yeah, man, Genki's going to play everything you throw at him.
He is guaranteed.
Yeah.
But
I'll try to try it as much as I can.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You always end up playing more than all of us combined, 10 times.
Oh no. It's probably because I go like most of the day. I'm not like three of the days or 3 or 4 of the days.
Oh yeah. Which days are you going? So I'm going to probably go on the Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to avoid the public days as much as possible.
Sure.
Same. I'm gonna try to be there Thursday and Friday.
Yeah,
Friday. Nice.
I'm planning business days only this year.
Thursday, Friday.
Yeah. Public days. I mean, God bless anyone wants to go there, especially if you're trying to like cover TGS as a show or something. For podcast, website, videos, anything. It can get pretty crazy, and like with so many exhibitors and stuff like that, they're really aiming for this to be like the biggest show that they've ever had. They say it every year, but like with the number of like exhibitors and games and stuff like that they have, it's like this could literally be the biggest TGS ever. So
how about you, Genki? You going Thursday, Friday and Saturday? Or I think that's what you did last time, right?
Yeah, last year I went 3 days. Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But I think this year I might end up going all the days because there's like stage shows on the public days that I want to attend. But it's just like talks. So hopefully I won't be doing like lining up on those days.
Well, they're not gonna. I mean, some of the stage shows they just don't do online either. You just have to be there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
unfortunate.
I guess it's a way to get people in the doors, I suppose. But
Cool. And Danny, you're staying over in the hotel lobby, like
yeah, I will be
like a
staying
tramp.
over.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, staying over there is not cheap. Anyways, yeah.
I live next door to the Macau Messe, so it's not too
Oh my
much.
gosh, how long is it a drive for you?
It's like 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so good.
usually from my place where I live here in Saitama to Makari Messe, it's like hour and a half, maybe more. But like,
There's a
yeah, the reason I do
Fair.
reason I do hotels usually, especially right next to the venue, is like, well, there's the dead time I have in the train where I'm thinking, especially after the show, I'm thinking like, oh my god, I want to like write some impressions or something, or put together a video or something, and you can't because you're just sitting on the fucking crowded ass train. So
Right.
this kind of helps productivity, I guess. So yeah,
Cool.
but anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it for the feedback. Not feedback, but feedback. And season 8.
Season 8.
Nice.
Season 8.
You do
Season
the
8.
math. You do the math. 7 plus 1. What is it, Danny?
V11
Yeah.
or VII plus I.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't know. Some Final Fantasy reference, I think.
We do have season 8 t-shirts though, don't we? Dan?
We do. And actually, yeah,
They're
during the
not
show,
available for public buying yet, or
they're available. I need to fucking
available now. But
Yes.
Danny hasn't told anyone.
No, I did. Jeez. Yeah, I get bad about that stuff sometimes. But anyways, if you guys want to follow us on social media, you can. If you want to follow me, you can follow me at DannyBiv on X and Bluesky at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. Ty. Nope.
Ty, let's go.
Nope. Sorry. JC.
I'm at Family Complicated on Blue Sky only. As is Genki. Genki is Genki_JP on Blue Sky exclusively.
Right.
It's, just not using Twitter anymore. Giving up.
Yes.
Yeah, just unfollow him on Twitter if you are, because it's pointless.
Wow.
He's not doing anything anymore.
Yes.
He's on Blue Sky now. So yep. Genki,
right.
comments?
Oh yeah, thanks. Oh, I did open Blue Sky recently and Threads because Twitter's like Whew. Anyway,
Oh, Blue Sky's got videos now. Blue Sky's got videos
Yeah.
it's got, and
Okay.
GIFs. It's like
I need
it's
to
all
update
happening,
my
baby.
app then to get the video. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, baby, let's go.
I guess. Well, okay. For Ty, where can we find you?
Super Cat Drugs on platforms.
Okay.
Discord.
Yeah, Discord really.
Yeah.
That's mostly where I interact with people these days.
Okay. And
especially
Genki,
if you know about my alter ego.
well, true.
Heh.
Genki, what are some of your just call outs for just your stuff? It's your turn to plug anything you want.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter. It's Genki_JPN, and also on Threads and Blue Sky at Genki Gamer JP. Yeah, so check it out.
Oh, what about
and
YouTube
also,
stuff, dude?
Oh yeah, YouTube. I recently made a video about there was a small Astro Bot demo event in Japan, and I checked it out. There weren't that many people there, but you can check out the video, and that's Genki Gamer.
Wow.
This Astro Bot, yeah, nobody was there, but yeah, it's brilliant.
Right.
It was fun. They had a giant screen you could play Astro Bot on. That was fun.
Nice. Nice.
But yeah, there wasn't that many people checking it out, sadly. But yeah, you can check out the video on YouTube. Is Genki Gamer. So yeah, check that out if you can.
Genki actually ran the event. That was his event. Yes,
That was very nice of you.
Yeah. Thanks. All right, I'll have some links for that on the site article and maybe on the YouTube video and stuff like that too. So if you guys want to check out Genki's new video and just follow him on social media and stuff like that, yeah, feel free to do so. But that is going to do it for the Famicast 277. Like I said, we're going to TGS. It's going to be awesome, probably.
Ooh.
And
I have to change this. I got my TGS version ready.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is. Danny's already made it. Beautiful.
yeah, we got TGS thumbnail for the video and stuff here anyways. But yeah, of course, Ty, James, and Genki, thank you guys so much for coming on today and having a good fun chat. And for all of you guys else out there, we will catch you next time.
Peace.
Peace.
See ya.
I just won another figure just now.
Perfect.
You'll see it next episode.
We will.